G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle. Yeah. You X.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Back to the ground with Pierce. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 29, Willis. And he rifles one incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. started with great field position, is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down, Cook, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Cook up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Being chased out left. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Jackson's throw taken in by Slayton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Harvey sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He took a shot there before. It was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Willis. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On second and 10, Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
So a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
To throw again on second down. Willis. And he will find his man on the outside. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Willis's throw into the hands of Turner. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Jackson. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd and 4. Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And Jackson throwing once more. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the... Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Here's Jackson. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Gano's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They go play action with Willis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. First and 10, it's Willis. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Willis is going to throw once more. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Cook. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at him.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Malik Willis scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. Pierce now up the middle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Play action. Willis on the move to his left. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Willis swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Willis out of the gun. Goodwin able to hold him in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go, here we go. Play, play. Now we running.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. And the minded play call, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They run it again with Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Willis. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Willis. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
17, Raiders 13.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down 17-13, a little over 30 seconds remaining. And they've got to travel to full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Jackson. Pass complete, Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Jackson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you the